first I'm going to start off by taking this jacket off because I don't have full range of motion. Hey, how's it going, guys? Rock and I are actually getting ready to go to a wedding, and so we're going to get some stuff to bake a cake. So let's see how this goes. Rock and I are in the bacon aisle. We're about to pick up some chocolate chips.
The bacon aisle?
Bacon, yes, the bacon aisle. I'm sorry for slurring my words or whatever you call it.
Let's get some bacon.
Let's see. What type of chocolate chips do you think would go good? These look pretty good. Look fancy. As do I. Need plenty of chocolate chips for this cake. Also, for those of you watching, feel free to you should try this out. It's a really good cake, and I'll show you a tutorial as we're baking it. So, all right, next we're going to need icing. You can mix it up however you want. You can go with classic, chocolate buttercream, Rock and I's personal favorite is Pillsbury chocolate fudge. And while we're right here, this will help keep your cake moist. You get a big box of instant chocolate pudding. We'll throw these in the buggy. Alright, so when we're baking, Rock and I both like to mix things up with what it is. Now this is just it's called the too much chocolate cake, but Rock and I just saw some caramel bits, so we're going to see how good that turns out when we add it to the cake. Also, don't forget your vegetable oil. Very important when baking. You only need 1 cup of sour cream when you're baking this cake, so you don't need to buy a whole huge tub unless you plan on baking multiple at one time, which is also recommended because they're good. So I'm just going to get a little 8-ounce cup, just big enough for my cake tonight. Alright, how's it going, guys? Here we are in Wifey and Hubster's kitchen, getting ready to make this cake for the wedding. And first I'm going to start off by taking this jacket off because I don't have full range of motion. Josh's hot kitchen food isn't the only thing that's cooking. Yeah. I feel like I'm going back to work at the grocery store. Alright, well, as you can see here, we have, since I'm going to do this kind of like a tutorial for those of you who might be interested in baking this cake. Duncan Hines Devil's Food. Just get your 16.5 ounce box. Is that good? Alright. Jello chocolate. It's got to be instant, not the cook and serve. And that's just 5.9 ounce box. Just vegetable oil, you only need a cup. We end up getting a bigger thing of sour cream, but again, you only need 1 cup of sour cream. Chocolate chips. It's optional on how many you want, how chocolatey you want it to be, but I normally add 2 cups of chocolate chips. And again, in this video, I'm going to experiment a little bit. I love caramel, so I'm going to see how well we can make the caramel bits into the cake. And also, Rock is not an ingredient, he's just helping out today. So you do not need to put a rock in the cake, you might break some teeth. Oh, and as well, you'll need 4 eggs. Just cracking your egg. We're going to start by beating the eggs. And again, you just need 4. I mean, I guess you can use any type of egg you really want, but I just use medium grade A or large grade A. That's what I normally use. Man, I feel like I'm on one of the cooking reality TV shows. I'm dressed up a little bit. As long as you beat them up pretty good. That sounds wrong. Don't beat up people in real life, just beat up eggs. That should be like a bully slogan, or anti-bullying slogan. Don't beat kids, beat eggs. Join a cooking class today. Alright, that should be good. Alright, so now we've got that. Let me set this fork safe. We're going to start this off by getting our cake mix. Pour in your cake mix. Big powder. If you have, the muffin pan. Just get you some muffin cups and you can make some like basically brownie cupcakes with what's left over of the batter. Alright, pour in your pudding mix on top of the cake mix. Smells delicious. Also, I did forget to mention on the ingredient list, which everyone should have this. You'll need half a cup of warm water. Just half a cup of water. Dump that right on in. Measure this. And again, you just need 1 cup of oil. And actually, I will need a spoon as well for this. So many hands. I need like 8 hands. But again, people, you just need 1 cup of sour cream. Delicious stuff right here, especially on taco salad. I don't know why I'm trying to sound like I'm on a cooking show. I love food. I mean, you can't not love food. It's amazing stuff. So, get that over here. We'll dump out that. And once you've got your water, your oil, your sour cream, and your cake and pudding mixes in there, you're going to go ahead and stir this together a little bit. And if you prefer, you can mix it with a mixer. But I just prefer to use a wooden spoon. Just get in there. I don't know why, but I foresee this. If any other time a cake messes up, this is going to be the time when I'm getting filmed. No, Rock, you cannot eat the batter. I told you, we're going to go on a strict diet. Yes, I know it tastes good, but we're not going to eat the batter. And no, I will not let you jump in the bowl this time.
This time?
Yes.
Now you have to let us know what happened last time.
Well, you think Pet Rock's all nice and fun until you're trying to cook, and boom, you have a broke, shattered glass bowl, a rock covered in food, and some good clothes ruined as well. Although he can make scrambled eggs very fast, I will tell you that. Make sure your oven's preheated at 350 degrees. Now, that's what I was missing, yep. I knew I was missing something. Way to go, Josh. I get on camera and then I get nervous and forget what I'm doing. Make sure you don't forget anything because it's normally for the best that you don't. That looks gross now. It may look gross, but hopefully in the end it will taste delicious. Just get that stirred up real good. After all, I'm not going to be the one eating this cake anyways, so. Alright, so now that I have got that, I'm going to just, I'm not really going to measure it out too much. You can do it however. I like to do about a cup's worth. First, go ahead and stir these in. And it also depends on the size of your chocolate chips. I normally get the chunk, which are pretty decent sized rectangles that come in a bag, but Walmart didn't have any this time, so, and when it comes to the chips, I like to get a little extra in there because it is called too much chocolate cake for a reason. Again, it's just on how you feel you would like it to be. And now for the fun part. Again, I have never done this before, so I have no clue how this is going to turn out. I'm going to look at half a cup and whatever I spill in there. Caramel's so good too. Alright, get that mixed in very well. So about half a cup to a cup of caramel bits, if you like caramel, because this is supposed to be just a too much chocolate cake, but can't have fun if you don't experiment. Also, I just use a normal size bump pen. You can use oil if you want. I just normally use the no stick cooking spray and just give it a good coat and you should be fine. See, Rock, this is why I would not let you scoop it in, because if I drop that little bit, this kitchen will be coated in batter. I know that sounds like a good thing, but that's not always a good thing, Rock. This is why I can't take him out to eat. I get kicked out of restaurants all the time. So when you're putting the batter in there, I just go in a circle and try to get a nice even coat, while intentionally leaving a good bit for consumption as well. Again, all up to personal preference. If you're following a strict diet, as I'm supposed to be, I recommend a salad instead. We can start a new series, Cooking with Josh. Alright, we'll just go ahead and make sure it looks decently even. Alright, now we're going to plop this bad boy in the oven. And we will see you guys in about an hour. After you've let your cake bake for about 50 minutes to an hour, it's about ready to take out the oven. You can always take a toothpick and just stick it in, and if it comes out clean, then you should be fine. Just make sure you don't poke a chocolate chip, because that can confuse you. But it's been about an hour for our cake. And as you can see, it's got the golden caramel in it from the caramel bits. That looks very good. It's a little springy. I'm just going to set it on this oven right here. And we're going to let it cool for about an hour as well. It's a long process, but it is very well worth it in the end. See you guys in another hour. Again, our cake's been cooling for about, I'd say, 30 minutes right now, so we're just going to check it. You can use a normal toothpick. Just try to stick it through. As you see, it's clearly done because it comes out clean. But be careful, for instance, if you stick it through a chocolate chip, it's going to come out with a little bit of it. But our cake is done. It's just a matter of still a little warm to the touch. So I'm going to let it cool off for about 10-20 more minutes and then we'll be back. Alright, so our cake is cooled for about 50 minutes now. Still just a tad bit warm, but I think we're ready. So what we're going to do, we're just going to, I hope this works. Alright, that was a little rough, but it did not feel good. And I dropped the cake. Excellent. Well, besides crushing the cake slightly, as you can see, I didn't have it very well oiled. This is why you should properly oil your pan. Plus it looks like the caramel might have made it a little too sticky. So the caramel didn't turn out quite as good as I had hoped, but besides that, it looks pretty decent. But we're not quite done yet, and I probably could have let it cool for a little bit longer. It's still a little spongy. Your icing is also very important to this recipe. Now this again is up to preference, but this is how I prefer to do my cake. Going to take off the tin foil. See, put the cap not on but not sealed. And we're going to place it in the microwave for about 30 seconds. I cannot believe. Yes, Ron, I know I always crush your cake. I'll give you that slice, okay? Yes, that's what you get for that smart remark. Normally prefer to do so. You get a measuring cup. And I normally actually go ahead and scoop it in before I... But there we go. After I get just a decent amount, you don't actually have to measure any particular amount out.
Our holy symbol of the standard hangs from her neck.
And normally it's not crushed like that either. But no, life decided to give me lemons today. So I'm making a chocolate cake. And that is the molten chocolate, and as it cools, it'll just sit on the cake, and if you want, you can go ahead and heat you up some more with a slice and eat it fresh and warm, or again let it cool. And besides that, there are a few other options you can do, which none I have present. But you can add powdered sugar on the top. You can do pecan bits, all kinds of other additional options that you just prefer. But me, I normally just add the chocolate drizzle, maybe some powdered sugar, and some pecan bits, and that's about it. That's how that cake normally turns out. For better or for worse, but we'll see what it tastes like, I guess. I'm not going to, but I'll get everyone else's opinion on it, and hopefully it will be that of a good one. But besides that, I hope you have enjoyed watching this cooking tutorial. Just again, let the cake cool a little bit longer, and if it's a little cooler to the touch, it should be fine. It might have been the caramel, I'm not sure. But just have fun and be safe in the kitchen, and make sure to tune in for another adventure with Josh and Rock. Have a good week.
Pie shake.
I'm giving him a makeover, and you didn't even get a date to the prom?